I think we all had a different idea of what we wanted to do this year. I certainly assumed that my next short film would be with a bigger crew, but circumstances change and we just have to learn to adjust to it. Although I still felt like I had to make something, so I used this as an opportunity to maneuver around the limits of circumstance, finding ways to be creative with the tools and locations at my disposal, and letting them inform the story I could tell. Having a handful of characters being played by close family, friends, and my dog. We would record on weekends for 3 weeks. During the weekdays, I took a break from my job as a video essayist to make the props and prepare the shots. Thankfully, we were able to finish filming before the second confinement started where we live, staying to an extremely limited budget, mainly using my own equipment. It's not new, but it can certainly get the job done. Making the props by using dollar store materials or things I already have in the house. The slime is glue and detergent, colored in a fleshy tone. The tentacle is a mechanism of foam board discs strung up together inside a pantyhose with polyester stuffing. The tentacle look was also used for the monster at the end, drilled into the wall. It had to look real enough to maintain the illusion of the magic trick. What helps complete that is the sound design. The slithery movements of the tentacle are from the slime being recorded by the Rode NTG2. The monster's otherworldly moans and groans are of my brother's creation, that I then embellish in Adobe Audition. But what everything really depends on is the story. The tale of a little girl struggling to understand her father's bewildering transformation and the equally confusing denial of his change. It's about a very toxic family dynamic, but exaggerated into a metaphor. A continuation of a theme I've explored previously. The monsters we accept, the ones we make excuses for and end up normalizing due to our familiarity. Written like a children's story told from the little girl's perspective that naturally invites a dark contrast with the subject matter, using a small aspect ratio and mostly static camera, the parents trying to maintain a very pleasing but thin portrait. Et c'est en français parce que je suis de Montréal et je sentais que c'était le temps de faire un court-métrage francophone. The mother also becomes a conflicted monster, as she tries to protect her daughter while still enabling the father. But she ends up isolating and neglecting the child. The little girl with her limited agency is only left to observe. The father turning into a worsening and ever-changing cosmic monster that is literally manipulating reality. The child is the only one in the story that doesn't rhyme, only in the end when she accepts her role as her father's enabler. I really recommend for people starting out to play around with the different aspects of filmmaking. From writing, editing, VFX, color grading to prop making, it really gives you a greater understanding and appreciation of the different elements needed to make a film. It really opens you up to all the different tools you have that help you tell a better story.